Tonight, we're ranking the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 16 based on their Meet the Queens introductions.
If you don't have star quality, baby, get the out of here.
This is Reality Reflex. Before we begin, make sure that you like and subscribe so you can get all of the Drag Race and reality TV content. Hey everyone, it's Tedley here, and every year we rank these queens from who left the worst impression to who left the best impression on Meet the Queens. Meet the Queens is a super important moment for these girls to get their names out there, to show who they are. First and foremost, this is the time to collect that fan base. This is the time to stand out. Number 14 for me was Mami. So basically, she's from Brooklyn, New York. She is a cosplay queen. She's a geeky queen, which I love. And honestly, I would say that I would love to hang out with this bitch on the real. Mami just honestly didn't stand out for me the most. So that is why she's here in this moment. But you know what? When the show starts, I could be completely wrong. Number 13 for me is Hershey Liquor Jetée. So she's relatives with cornbread in the drag community. She's a St. Louis queen, so she comes from my husband's home turf. She comes off very ambitious, so you know she live in the real woman fantasy. Number 12 for me is Miami Iman LePage. She was coming out on the show saying, I'm the flipping queen. And so I'm like, bitch, there's not much you can say to that because, okay, RuPaul loves a bitch that can do a routine. She loves a bitch that can do the splits. I mean, God, spreading your legs, RuPaul will flip a tit. And so Maya Iman LePage just has that in right away. I'm like, she's the flipping queen? Oh, she's at least getting halfway through this show. Number 11 for me is Safia Crystal. And so I was getting pageant vibes. I was getting elegant. I was getting regal. I was getting fierce drag. I don't feel I was getting the full fantasy, but I am waiting to see more. Okay, so number 10 for me was Q. What a very curious name, and I'm really interested in that. That was a really good aesthetic there going on. Q is from Kansas City, Missouri. Missouri is becoming that bitch for the Drag Race franchise, okay? They got Diabetes there. They got Crystal Method. They got Mace Windu. She said she was a seamstress. She's theatrical. She has a good energy. I'm excited to see what she can do. Number 9 for me is Morphine Love Dion. She's a Miami girl, a Latina showgirl. She had a great outfit. She had an average personality. But baby, when I saw those confessionals, she's going to have the moment there. Like, she is really going to have a fucking moment in these confessionals being that bitch. Number 8 for me is Mirage. So she's a Vegas girl. She got a cunty personality. She is giving some stripper burlesque fantasy, she said. She said she's a hairstylist. She comes off very raw and real, and I really like that energy. I don't always know if that brings you to the top in this kind of show, but I was feeling it. So I'm excited to see how far Mirage can take this. All right, and then number 7 on my list was Geneva Carr. And so she is giving the proud Mexican fantasy. She came in wearing a Mexican flag dress. She said she represents the Latina aesthetic, the Texas aesthetic, pageant aesthetic. She's going to give us that fantasy and that energy. She seems like she's going to be really good for TV. Number 6 for me is Zunami Muse. And okay, she, of course, let's just say it, she is the daughter of Candy Muse. So she comes with the clout fantasy. She comes with the House of Drag legacy fantasy. You know, the best thing that Drag Race does is bring queens in that are from a house, because then we have the familiarity, and so people are excited about that in the fan base already. And so that's just a really good start for her. She said she was in the fashion industry for like 10 years, so it's like, damn bitch. I'm excited to see what she's about to do up in here. She was super cute as a boy. Oof. I'm a little thirsty there. And so yes, I'm into it. Sign me up. Number 5 for me is Plasma, another New York queen, a theater queen, old Hollywood, classic glamour, mixed with Kim Cattrall, mixed with that fantasy. I am ready to see what she can give. She comes off very competitive, and you know, those New York queens, they really are that bitch. Number 4 for me is who I proclaimed the fan favorite, which is Dawn. So Dawn is a Brooklyn queen. She came up in New York, so you know she said she just took off right away. She's young and cunty. She's got an ethereal aesthetic. She says she gives the most. She says she does the most. Let's see exactly what she's about to give this season. Number 3 for me was Plain Jane, and okay, she is from Boston, Massachusetts, but from Russia. So, I mean, hello, Katya Wishes or whatever. I mean, that is a weird coincidence and also she does drag. And then her sense of humor, I will say, was very similar to Katya's. Maybe it's just the Boston area that presents this realness where they give that sense of humor, but it was saucy, it was dirty. She was fucking hilarious. Number 2 for me was A Mandatory Meeting. So, okay, the name already took me the fuck out. So I was into it from that. Personality was just amazing. Theater diva. She was hilarious. She's an LA bitch. I'm totally into this. Okay, come through A Mandatory Meeting. And number 1 for me was Nymphia Wi. Okay, all right, yeah. So she already made her legacy known. She came through with the whole banana shtick. She wasn't just giving intro lines. She had a whole bit. She slipped on the banana. She got a banana dick. She had a reveal. What didn't this bitch have? And then come to find out her Meet the Queens reveal look is some Maleficent, evil queen, holy fuck next level realness. And it's like, bitch. Oh, her personality, just huge. Next level drag, superstar, powerhouse, artist, visionary. Oh my God, y'all. This one is the bitch for me. Whew, well, all right, everybody. That was my Meet the Queens ranking review. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Did you agree? Do you completely disagree? Of course, keep the comments cute as always, but let me know what you think. You know, I usually like to say I get like the person that took number 1 like a second place on my list. So we'll see what happens. You never know. Anyways, until January 5th, I'll see you guys next time. This is Reality Reflex.